Yeah. So team, whatever I'm going to explain is very important. Guidelines about my training and approach. So how to download the emulator, how to install the emulator, I explained in this video. Okay. So once you download and install, while you're doing configuration, use this IP address which I gave, and the port number is also this one. And for everyone, usage of the ID is Venkat B. At a time, only one user can log in. I know there are 10 participants. If I feel and if everyone feels that one ID is becoming challenging to use, then I have another ID. I will get it one more ID for you. Don't worry about that. Okay. But initial 3 days, people are very anxiety and doing. After 3, 4 days onwards, people start, getting busy with their work. So yeah. So wait 2, 3 days patiently. Then for all of them, you'll get the solution. So to use this ID, the password is here. This is the password. And for communication, because whenever you do login, others should not able to try, vice versa. So you need to join in this WhatsApp group so that you can, even for me also, it is easy to communicate if any session cancellation or if you stuck anywhere, I can understand easily that. Okay. So I gave the link for soft copy material. Yesterday I was telling you, right? I will give the soft copy IBM manuals and all. And class notes, what I am writing in the notepad, that is called as a notes. What else? Yeah, yesterday I gone through one topics list, table of content. That also I uploaded here. You guys can go and download the soft copy material. You guys can download soft copy material. I gave the access to download. Whereas whenever I give the videos access for the missed sessions, you don't get the download option. You have to view it. Okay. So the mandatory for you to watch the session video before you come to the session, that is mandatory. So there are some session guidelines which you have to follow. Whenever you are not able to attend the session, not attend, yeah. When you are not able to attend the session, please drop an email to me before starting of the session anytime. Let's say I have a I have a plan to take when I am planning outstation. Assume that, okay, one of the resource is going to out for after 10 days. So there is a plan for them. So what they can do, they can drop 2 days. If you inform me in 10 days before also, even I forget. Okay. So that's why inform 1 or 2 days or 5 minutes of the session before you drop an email stating that I Venkat provide the recorded video. So I'm going to miss it. Like that, you drop an email. Okay, you no need to do WhatsApp, because if you do WhatsApp me also, I'll ask you to drop an email. The reason for that, so not only the Rex batch, right? I'll be handling mainframe end-to-end batch in the evening time, and the so few queries about further batches, few queries about guidance, few queries will come for, I used to get lot of messages for different uh, reasons. Okay, so I miss your message. That's why I'll ask you to drop an email even if you WhatsApp me. Okay, so follow these guidelines for smooth learning purpose and smooth execution purpose as well as. Yeah. So before we get into our content, do you have any queries to me? If there are no queries, we are good to start discussing our first topic, that is introduction to REXX. So I request unmute yourself whenever you want to ask the
No
question.
queries, no queries.
Yeah. Okay, team, only one thing I can tell you technically. Okay, if you keep involving in asking the questions, asking the doubts whenever you have, and whenever I ask the question, please try to do response so that I also will get more interest to explain more things for you. Okay, so this is only one request I can do from you. Okay, yeah. So once again, thank you all for joining my session. All right, so because without attending more sessions, you paid the course fees. Thanks for trusting and joining me. So I'll try to continue the same trust and I'll try to share my knowledge, how much I can do it. Okay. It's not how much I can do, how much you grab from me. That is, everything is in your hand. Yeah. So, yeah, we spent already 10 minutes. Let's start. Yeah. So, conclusion for this discussion team. Yes, we have a training this Saturday, Sunday also. Please attend same meeting details. If any changes in the meeting details, if any changes in the meeting details, I will drop an email to you. Okay. If you don't get any email, so then you're good to continue with the same meeting details. Okay. Is it clear? Right. So let's start. So we will start with what is REXX? What is REXX? So restructured executor programming language, restructured executed programming language. REXS means restructured executed programming language. So yeah, this is the stance I'm looking. Extended executor, sorry. What is the REXX? REXX stands, okay. REXX stands restructured extended executor. It is a programming language. I can say it is a programming or scripting language. Okay. It is a programming language. It is a programming language, or we can say script language also, or we can say as a script language. So why we are saying it is a script language team? If it is a COBOL or Java or any high level programming language, we need to compile the program. We need to then, after that, we have to run it. Whereas scripting languages, you no need to compile it. You no need to compile because you write the Rex program and run it. There is no compilation process. When you are running, all your Rex statements is going to interpret, it is going to convert into mission understandable by default. Hence, there is no compilation process for Rex programs. Okay, so Rex is easy, means it's a language. I said it's a scripting language. Python is a scripting language. Okay, now they added high level concepts also, but still you can run only. You no need to compile the Python programs, not only Python, shell scripting, Ruby, okay, JavaScript. These are all the scripting languages. Any scripting language you take, you need to run only you need to run it. You no need to compile like Java, okay, or COBOL and so on. Okay, so the next one, it is easy, Rex. It is easy. It is easy to, guys, I'll be typing very slow. Whoever attended my previous batch session, they know how I type quickly, but this time I have to type everything with one hand. So recently met with an accident, small accident. So I have to, handle everything with the one hand now. Yeah, so it is easy to learn. First of all, easy to understand and easy to learn and do, yeah. So Rex is a easy to learn team. It's not a difficult at all. It is not, I am not saying myself, okay? Even they say that here also, okay? It is not my statement. Easy of use, okay? The Rex programming is easy to read, write, okay? Rex program is easy to read and write and to understand also. Why? Because the code what we have, the lines what we have, it is understandable. It is a English statements. It is a those are all English statement, English instructions. That's why I said it is easy and easy to learn, read, write, understanding existing program also. The next one, there is another reason to say it is easy for the beginners. One, because pre-format language. Pre-format language. Why I am saying a free format language team? I guess you are aware JCL. I guess you are aware what do you call COBOL. When you're when you're writing the REXX program, okay, when you're writing the COBOL program, there is a area A, area B, right? And in area A, you have to write para header, division sections, and 01 level number, all of them. There are some rules. There is a area B and comment. So, so we have some conditions. Okay. So we have some conditions. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry, guys. Some, yeah, 1 minute team. I got couple of messages, people. Okay. So it is a free format language. Like we have something called area A, area B, areas AB, and star you have to give on seventh column. So some terms and conditions are there while you're writing the COBOL program. Similarly, we have some instructions, rules are there while you're writing the JCL. Okay, identifier should start from first column, name field should start from third column, and okay, operators, operands, then comment. So we have some conditions while you're writing the REXX program. So if you do any small mistake there, if you do small mistake over there, we will get an error. Okay, we will get an error. So we have to remember the rules. We have to remember the rules and start writing the code accordingly. Whereas Rex is not like that. Okay. As that's why I said it's a primer. Wherever you want to start, you start it. Okay. You can give a comment anywhere. Okay. You can give a blank line also. There is no major terms and conditions. There are no major terms and conditions. It's very easy to write also. Okay. So I can say Rex is also like a English like language. Rex is a English like language. So the same statement I'll be covering in COBOL also, because COBOL also is like a Rex. It is a English like language. Rex also English like language, because the keywords which we use in Rex, the keywords, the terms, okay, keywords, terminology which we use are all English keywords. That's why we are calling as a English like language. Okay, English like language. So this is bit of about what is Rex. If somebody asks what is a Rex, you no need to tell that. Basically, these two are the things you have to tell. Okay, Rex is also programming language. So what we do with the Rex, I'll explain in another heading, another topic now only. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. So we discussed about, okay, I'll talk about the features of the REX, by the way. So just I given what is a REX. Okay. Now we will discuss about how we can use it. Okay. Where we can use REX or how we can use REX, right? So we can use REX to for any business applications also. I heard, okay, I heard from my previous participants like you only. So who have completed training from me, they got a entire project on a REX. So everything instead of COBOL PL1, they most some of the parts they are dealing with the REX. So means REX is not only for creating a automation tool or creating a shortcut commands or reducing the repetitive task. It is not only for these reasons. REX can be used for to develop business applications also. To develop the business applications also. You may not able to develop full-fledged business application, might be challenging, but it can be done. And it is proved also. One of my student called and told that, hey, so they acknowledged my training and they, okay, because of my training, they could able to do the project. Okay. So that time I asked all the questions. So how you are using, where you are using. So that time she said like, yeah, we are using in this particular Australian government project. So they were using REX for their, for their business applications. Okay. So like that you can use in to automate, to create a shortcut commands to reduce the repetitive task. For all of them, you can use REX. So little bit more what we can deal, how we can deal, that I'll explain you later while I'm dealing with the practical part. Okay. So instead of spending time again separately, okay, instead of sending separately or explaining separately, I'll explain you that. Okay, when a topic comes. Okay, right. Now, so now you got an idea, bit of idea about what is a REX. Now we will try to understand futures of REX. By the way, team, REX is not only available on mainframe, REX is available on Windows also. But I don't know how to install and all of them. But I read somewhere that REX can be used even in Windows operating system also, not only in mainframe server. Okay, right. So one of the feature is easy to learn, okay, or easy to use. Already I covered because REX is easy to learn and use. It is easy for, the beauty of the REX is, right. So experienced people who knows already some bit of REX, they can play, they can create complex applications, and for beginners it is easy to learn. It will not create a challenge while you are learning. So that's why I can say it is easy to learn and use also. Okay. So REX is not only for the beginners, from beginners to the people who are working on complex applications. Okay, for experienced professionals also. For everyone, REX is useful. And the second one I already mentioned is free format. What is it? Free format. REX is a free format language. Okay. REX is a free format language. So there is no, we have a less conditions while you're writing the program. Okay, there are very less rules are there when you compare with the other programming languages. It is okay. If you want to start instruction, you can start wherever you want in the member of the PDS. Okay, and you can give a comments, line comment, black comment, block comment, and you can give a number of lines as a space. So there are very less rules while you're writing the Rex program. That's why we are calling as a free format. The third one, debugging. So yesterday also I talked about the debugging part. So debugging Rex program is very easy. Okay, and it is a inbuilt. You have to use a keyword called, there is a keyword is called a trace. Using trace keyword, we can able to debug Rex program interactively. Interactively means step by step, line by line. So we can execute the Rex program line by line. So that is possible with the help of trace keyword. So you no need to use any external commercial debugging tools such as Expeditor, IBM Debugger, and so on. Those tools are not required to use it. So that is all about debugging. So the next one, we have a built-in functions. Yeah. So we have a lot of predefined built-in functions are there, team, which will help us to reduce the writing the code. Because when we have a predefined ready-made, when if you have a ready-made food, obviously we can complete cooking very fast, right? If there is a ready-made food, okay, we can quickly complete our cooking and eating as well as. Similarly, built-in functions also the same. Okay, so when we have a built-in functions to do some functionality, why we need to sit and write the code and waste the time? We can use those functions because it is a freely available functions. You no need to pay and no performance issue also. So you can use built-in functions and save the time, and you can complete the task and focus on some other functionalities, other logic. So how we have a built-in functions? We have something called system supplied functions. Okay, to deal with the system information. Okay, to deal with the system files and extracting the files details and all, that also can be done. Okay, so we have something called system built-in functions. Is it clear so far? Any queries?
Yes, Venkat.
Yeah. So let's go to the manual. Anything I missed it? Convenient built-in functions. We already covered debugging interpreted language. Yeah. So what is another one thing? Extensive interpreted language. As I said, when there is a scripting, all your whatever the Rex program we write, it is interpreted into internal understandable format. That's why we are calling Rex is a interpreted programming language. It is a interpreted programming language. Write the program and run it. While you are running the Rex program, all Rex statements will be interpreted into understandable, machine understandable language. You no need to do separate things for that. Okay. So this is the one. The another feature of the Rex is parsing. This is very, very important. Okay. So if you want to split from one string to many strings, so if you want to break from one string to many strings, we can use, okay, parsing. What is the use of parsing? Breaking from one string to many strings is called parsing. So with the help of this parsing, we can do lot of things easily, and sometimes it will help us to, you know, write the less number of lines. Such a way, the parsing is going to help us. Uh, okay, I'll tell you will get importance of the parsing when I start explaining about some automation tools or of when I'm writing a logic, that time you'll get a clarity on that. Okay, so these are all the features of Rex. Any queries so far? So whatever the document I am sharing with you, team, already I uploaded in the shared path. Already I shared with you as well as. Yeah, so this is the one I thought about. So REXX is a programming language. It is extremely versatile. Aspects such as common programming language structure. So means if condition, loops are there, functions are there, we call as a methods. And readability, we can make the code is also more readable. And free format, make it a good language for the beginners and general users. Yet because the REXX language can be intermixed with the commands to different host environments. So one of the beauty of the REXX is right. So you can interact with the DB2. Okay. So you can from REXX, you can connect to the DB2, you can execute SQL commands, not only SQL commands. Okay, you want to create a panels, you can create a panels. The okay Rex panels you can create screens. That is nothing but on mainframe screen you will see the screens, right? So those also can create customized panels you can create. And if you want to connect ISPF services in 3.3, 3.4, you do copy, right? So those call actually in mainframe ISPF services. So what we call them? ISPF services. So like a 3.3, 3.2 copy, move, we do, right? Same thing if you want to do in a Rex, so that also can be done because the copy move is not belongs to the Rex, but still you are able to do easily in Rex. Okay, even like we have something called in mainframe, there is a something called save command, there is a change command. Okay, change command is there, profile command is there, okay, reset command is there. So like that, so many find command is there. So many commands are there. Those are all related to mainframe, not belongs to Rex. Remember that. Because ISPF services is mainframe ZOS. Save, change, profile, reset belongs to the mainframe ZOS operating system. It is not part of the Rex. But still you are able to execute them by connecting to the respective environment. So these are all part of environment called ISR edit. These are all called ISR edit commands. So we need to connect to this environment to this, then you can connect. Similarly, this is the ISPF service, something will be there. So similarly, spool, you know very well, spool is part of the Rex. No, but still, okay, you have to connect to the environment called SDSF. Then you can able to read, process spool data. Then DSN Rex. Okay, so you need to change the environment to DB2. Okay, this is something DB2. Okay, so this is something about DB2. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all the environments which are not part of DB2, sorry, Rex, but still we are able to do it. So that is because of the, I know, Rex can be intermixed with the commands to different host environments. Means you can able to write Rex program, SQL commands, ISR edit macros, all of them in a single program. Okay, so that too we can easily, when rise, you can write at the same time we can run easily also. Okay, and it provides a powerful functions as extensive mathematical capabilities. This is another important one. Okay, mathematical capabilities also can be done. Okay, like calculations, any large complex calculations are required, that also can be done. Okay, and it is also suitable for experienced computer professionals. So I will give you an example. Okay. We heard about machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, right? So what machine learning is does, team, what machine learning it does? Basically, it is going to predict. Okay. If you say that if you give a program, you need to understand the complexity of the program or you do something on it. So the similar thing you can able to do with the REXX, but 100% you cannot do everything with the REXX. One example I am going to tell you. So you gave a 10,000 lines of the COBOL program. You gave 10,000 lines of the COBOL program, and you need to understand, okay, performance point of view, okay, how the COBOL, whatever the COBOL program you written, is it optimized COBOL program or not? What is our target? Whether the COBOL program is optimized program or not. Because you can write a COBOL program, I can write a program, others can also can write the program. No doubt about it. But how effectively, how optimized way you write, that is very, very important. That is very, very important. How effectively optimized way. Optimized means when I write a X program, it is taking to execute 1 minute every time, approximately. When you are executing a program, it is taking 3 minutes. So how you can reduce from 3 minutes, from 3 minutes to 1 minute, 1.5 minute in terms of the execution time. When when it reduces the time, automatically the memory consumption also going to reduce. So and how much it's not about that only, right? How much memory your program is taking. Because if I open for Notepad, you know very well in laptop, whenever if I open the Notepad, it will take some memory. Okay. Let me open that also. Are you able to see the task manager now? Guys, are you able to see the task manager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you see that Notepad is taking 20.7 MB memory and Adobe Reader, it is taking 114 MB and Zoom meeting is taking huge memory, right? So, because this is going to, if the our memory capacity system memory RAM is very less, that time, okay, only one application is taking more time, more memory means our system will become a very slow. Other applications we cannot able to open. Am I correct? So, hence, okay, this is something called memory, how we can optimize. Okay, so this is something you can develop eventually later by exploring. Okay, by exploring, because I don't say any company name here, because it is it is in recording. So in one of, when I, one of the company where I worked, right? So they created some tools. They created a tools, trust me, uh, to find how your code is optimized. Okay. So there is some percentile. Okay. So they have some guidelines. When I execute a REXX program, when I execute a REXX program against COBOL program, I am executing a REXX tool against the COBOL program. Okay. If it is returning the percentage of less than 50, then your program is COBOL program is perfectly fine. If your program complexity, that is called complexity matrix. Okay, how your program is complex. It's all about not only optimization, complex, like putting nested ifs, how you can reduce them. So if your, let's say your program complexity is 80%. Okay, so you have to bring that to less than 50. Such a way you have to design the COBOL program. Are you getting my point? And to evaluate, so this your program, COBOL program is this 50% complexity or is it 100% complexity? Okay, so that you need to explore algorithms. There are some algorithms. For that, you need mathematical calculation. Why this scenario I'm explaining, team? Because whatever I said, you need to apply some algorithms. Okay, you have to apply some mathematical algorithms to get complexity. Just you do Google, forget about REX. How to find any program complexity? There will be some what do you call, syntaxes. Okay, there are some rules will be there. Formulas, yeah. So there are some formulas for you to do that. So those formulas are called as a mathematical calculations. I hope you're clear. And so the other one, okay. So there is other one also I want to tell you, in my experience, okay. This is the one is related to, you can use this for the one which I told you, right? Any project. Okay. If the standards are same for every project in the organization, we can execute it. Okay. The next one I can tell you, this is in used in the training department. Okay. I'll tell you the second one. What is that? So participants, okay, employees will write a okay. Forget about students. Even I guess everyone is experienced professional right here, and I believe most of them are developers. Okay. Are you written any competency test practically in your organization? No need to say your company name. It's up to you, but you written or not in your experience. So what happens, team? In every organization, there are some internal certifications are there. So certifications will be done through multiple choice question. There are some test multiple choice question. If you do appear multiple choice question, you will get a some rating. To get a best out rating in the organization, you should do some. You should write the programming test. They will give a program and you have to compile and run it. Okay. So anyone done that such things?
Yes, Venkat, we have done like as you told, like the multiple choice questions are there, right? We used to write specifically for each and every language, like for COBOL or DB2 or something like that. And we have lab also.
Yeah, what about others, Steve? What about others? Is it the same case with others? Guys, you have to say yes or no. We don't have something like that.
I have not
No,
heard
Venkat.
of it.
Okay.
What
So,
is the name of the tool that will count 50% efficiency and 80%?
so complexity matrix, complexity calculation tool. See, that is a name I am giving, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So that is a name given by one in one company.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So this will scan the program. How does it calculate that?
Sorry?
So will it scan the program?
Yeah, obviously, right. It has to go through the entire program. After reading the entire program, it has to tell, like, right? Now ChatGPT and all. If you give a program, it tells you where is the wrong, where is the mistake,
Mm-hmm.
which means that it has to scan the entire program to tell you, yes, where is the wrong or everything is good or wrong.
Okay.
Same way. So to do the complexity matrix, it has to do, just to read the program.
Okay.
Venkat, you were telling about this optimization, right? So the optimization is achieved only by REXX, or it is one of the way how we can achieve the optimization?
This is the Rex is the easiest way to do finding the optimization percentage of your program. Okay.
Okay.
So how much approximately your program can take a memory. It's all
Okay.
about. So now, right? I'll tell you, I'll give a bit of practical part. Okay.
Mm.
Not related to mainframe. I'll give a very generic example for you, to everyone. So when you are developing any Android app or any app, they have to keep in a mind how much GB is going to take or MB is going to take someone is installing in their Android system. Okay, because if it is taking more GB like memory, GB memory to install the software, there is a high chances to lose your customers because it has to take very less installation memory. Point one. And when I open the app, and when I'm using the app, the memory also should take very less. I'll give you two examples. If you're using a game application, it will take huge memory. Okay, this is the good example for you. If I use lightweight, WhatsApp or other thing, it will take less also. I mean, I don't say WhatsApp will take less, but if you're using, somebody, how do you decide whether you have to use the light configuration, mobile or high end? They say that if you want to use games and all, if you are playing a games and all, then take more RAM, more RAM one, right? 8 GB RAM to 16 GB RAM mobile. Did you understand now, everyone?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope you got the answer also, Purnima.
Venkat, I was asking like your explanation is fine for usage of the storage and optimization. Here, what I wanted to ask is like whether this is the only way we do the optimization, or we have other ways also to do the optimization.
I don't think there are other ways to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there are other ways also, that
Mm-hmm.
might be a complex process also, complex ways you have to write it. Okay, the
Okay.
easiest way is the REXX because if you see altogether, what are the components are there in mainframe?
Mm-hmm.
REXX is there, C list is there, COBOL is there, PL1 is there. What are the other programming languages? So you see all these 4, 5 programming languages which are available in mainframe, and you can see which language has more features to do optimization calculation. So that time REXX is going to stand first.
Okay. So, in order to achieve optimization, it is better that we use REXX coding for the performance tuning, like that.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, got it.
No, it's not about up to, okay, we can find it. By the way, you can find it, optimization percentile. But if you want to, if you want to really implement the optimization, like example, I'll tell you. Okay, I read somewhere in the LinkedIn somewhere there are some teams we will reduce your mainframe optimization and all they say that. Okay, so actually, if you have to change the program slightly to
Okay.
give better optimization, or your compiler options also you need to change it. By these two ways, you can able to you can able to reduce the optimization memory where it was taking before more, then reducing to less number. Then you have to change the logic bit. Okay, your program functionality should remain the same, but the logic should be changed, like if condition, nested if, writing a loops. So that's where those are all the areas where you have to focus for optimization. Okay,
Mm,
removing unused variables. So
mm,
programmatically we have to do that part. The second
mm,
approach is what compare options. Okay,
mm.
so that is how we can implementing or focusing on the increasing utilization or reducing. But to know how much memory might take by this program, to know that percentile values, we have tried the REXX program.
Okay, got it. So it is like the scanning which we do for the entire COBOL or PL1 codes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay, right. So from where to where we went, right? Yeah, so this is all about that. We will see this. Yeah, we are done with the features of the REXX. Now we will discuss about okay, let's give an introduction to components of the REXX. Okay, so there are 4 components are there in REXX. We will be starting hands-on from here only. So we are almost done with the theory. So whatever I am discussing now, all are practical keywords or instructions. Components of the REXX. So our, hands-on will start with only this topic. The first one is instructions. What is the first one? Instructions. Okay, the first component is the instructions. Again, there are some, something called, there is something called statement. We have something called statement. So we have something called a command. There is something called assignment statement. There is something called assignment statement. There is something called a label. All we call as a instruction only. Label. What is the one more is there? We have something. 5 are there. Null. Okay. The other one is null. So these are all statement in a REXX is called as an instruction. Command can be called as an instruction. Assignment statement is called as an instruction. Label is called as an instruction. Null also called as an instruction. All are instructions. Then, so we have built-in functions. We have built-in functions. Then we have system supplied functions. Then the last one, stack and queue. And we have a data structure concepts here. We have a stack and a queue. So these are all the components of, REXX. Okay, these are all the components of the REXX. So we will continue further because if I start also, I cannot able to complete in 5 minutes. We will continue rest of them in tomorrow. So whoever joined late, whoever did not do the payment, I request you to do the payment and okay, stop sharing because I want to